Give me 1 second. We're making adjustments.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for you to stop making the adjustments. So hello and welcome to Sunday night. I am Kat and welcome to Kat's Creations. Today we are doing the very last wreath, winter/Christmas wreath for 2022. So super. Right now it's currently snowing outside, so we are going to finish up a gorgeous winter wreath, and this one we will not have a bow on, believe it or not. So I'm going to show you how. We're going to use a 24-inch white pine is what I'd call it. It's like an evergreen base, but you can't really call it evergreen because it's not green, so I call it white pine. So what we're going to do, this base came from Joann's, and as you can see it's got an upper and lower rail, kind of like a work frame wreath, and we want to make this thing look like a blooming onion from Outback Steakhouse. So that means you need to lay your hands in here and grab every single piece, because it looks like this when it is shipped, but just like trees, artificial trees that you buy in the store that come out of a box, you're going to want to give it a really nice, super good fluff, because you may not realize it, but you got a lot of branches laying down in there. Branches that are, you know, turned to the inside or turned to the outside. So we're going to do a quick fluff on this, and then we're going to start to lay all of our items into this wreath. Like I said, this was a 24-inch wreath frame from Joann's. I'm going to move all my pieces, just like the blooming onions are going to come to the outside. So rather than worry about fluffing the inside, I'm just going to go around and fluff the entire thing.
So the wreath form came from Hobby Lobby?
Joann's.
Oh, Joann's.
Joann's. Yeah, I think I gave you everything on the sheet right in front of you that shows you where everything came from. And with so many of the retailers right now putting a lot of their decor 60%, 70%, you know, on clearance, now is a great time to pick these up. Why? Because you can use this wreath form base for just about anything. You can come in and lay deco mesh inside of this and see it as like a work frame wreath that has an awful lot of tinsel ties in it. So a lot of these are all bundled up, twisted, bent. So we just want to give it some love and some life, just like so. Make it look relatively full and fluffy so that you can see where everything's at. This way when you get ready to lay your embellishments or your picks or anything else in, you know where everything's going to be. So happy Sunday to all of you. If you're joining me for the first time, let me know. And I want to welcome you to our not private group. Welcome you to my business page. I am Kat, and currently right now we're working out of the shop. We were going to try to do this live, but this one actually has a lot of glitter, and seeing as we just put in the hardwood floors, kind of don't want to have to clean glitter up
On the inside.
on the inside. Not right now anyway. I mean, we have it for Christmas, but don't want to deal with the glitter cleanup.
Hi everyone. Hi Kathy. Hi Charlotte. Hi Sharon.
See, there's so many of these that are just, you can almost tell. You're like, wow, that's like a really big gap. And then you reach under there and you find a couple of the evergreen or the pine picks. And they just need some love and some fluff.
Everyone said, hey Kat, I just fluffed a green base. Now I'm meshing it.
Now you're meshing it. This one's going to be different because I don't think we've ever done this. We're basically going to do, that was a piece of black fern. We're basically going to do what we do for the evergreen base. We're going to do to this white pine base. So we're going to elevate it, give it a lot of extras, and kind of take it from this look, which is, you know, your retail box store special. And we want to make it look like a really beautiful winter design. So this one is another first for me for today. A first and a last all in one day. And then we're moving on because right now this is December, January, February, March. We should be working on Mardi Gras, St. Patrick's Day, and Valentine's Day. I had to think about that.
Yeah, the rain since I got my outside decorations up now. I need to work on the inside.
Nice. We just finally finished everything.
Hi, Melody.
Not shopping, but we have finally finished all the interior decor.
Yes.
It is finished. Okay, so I want to have a nice big center in here. So wherever you feel like it's missing something, just kind of come back in. You might have to raise a piece, lower a couple pieces, move some over, just to kind of give it some fullness.
Feel free to like and share. That'd be great if you guys could.
Absolutely. Especially if you like this design and want to replicate this at some time, maybe next year. It depends. That's how I started all mine. I would share all the designs I found and loved. And like once I got all my supplies handy, then I had all my tutorials in one nice easy spot. Okay, so this one's inside. Alrighty, blooming undone to a certain degree, I guess. So there we have it. Okay, so I had to be really picky about my picks. Picky about picks. I didn't want any green in it. So if the picks came with any type of greenery in it, let me just show you one. Like this one, if it had greenery in it, I removed the greenery. Because while it may look appealing, we're kind of going for a winter theme. So green on winter does not work. So we want things that are like white, silver, clear, like an iridescent, like icicle kind of look. So the first thing I'm going to do, grab these, is this is a winter branch pick, and I got this from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to take and remove the individual little pieces. I guess this could be a birch. We wouldn't know because it's all covered in snow. But I want some of these picks so that we can create some differences in our wreath. So we're going to be adding these in. Look, so I have my hot glue skillet here. I'm going to take these and just lay these right to the inside. And my wreath is kind of going in this direction, so that's kind of the same direction I want to go with all of my picks. So remember how we would take the white pine picks and we would add the white pine to our evergreen? We are doing the same thing here.
And I asked you, when's your last live going to be for the holiday break?
Last live?
Is it going to be Friday the 16th?
Yeah, I believe so. Right in the middle of December is usually when we take
Friday
a break. But I am working on something different than I have in the past. So, for any of you that are creatives and make things for Christmas or winter and you want to collaborate, I am attempting to create a really awesome collaborative group that will carry on through the rest of the year and give you super interesting things. Like I'm going to reshare the ones that we did a couple years ago where we custom, one of the people that kind of like guest starred on the live created hand-painted wreath hangers. So I'm going to reshare their video. There was another person who, can't remember for the life of me, I remember what the name of what they did. It was, they made little Christmas tassel garland. So we are just looking for creatives that want to share their talents with the world and do collaboration. So if you are interested, email me at info@catscreationsandmore.com and let me know what it is that you do. Share a link to your page if you have it. And it could even be a wreath maker who just wants to take a risk and do a live. You are more than welcome to do that as well.
Teresa said last week she was at the Hobby Lobby and the pictures were totally gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they leave right after Thanksgiving pretty quick.
Yep. Usually by the first week of December, there is nothing left in Hobby Lobby if you're looking. So
Evelyn said, so it's like building a grapevine away on an evergreen. You're going old school.
Well, we've done this on an evergreen. So we're kind of we're doing it on a white pine base now. The same way like where we would take our white pine picks and our cedar picks and we would add variation to what we're doing.
In reality, yes, it's cold. It's 40 degrees inside here and it's snowing outside.
Yep. We just watched the deer come and get their dinner and they're gone.
Gail said, oh no, scared. Scared to do what? This type of form, Gail?
So now I'm going to come in and add some more in here. I think Gail's like, just in general, don't feel like doing my live yet. Pull some of these off. So we're just kind of creating a different...
Roxana, you create wreaths too, that's great, but just do us a favor, don't post your Facebook link on here. If you create wreaths and share them, feel free to share them on your own page, but don't share your link.
Yes. So if you want to do a collaboration, email me. Yeah, Facebook will come in a ruthless rage if they find out that you're spamming other businesses. So that's why we have you take it offline. I'm going to grab another one of these. Actually, this is on here. And you guys know me. I love Michael's for my greenery. Or in this case, non-greenery. Kind of like a whitery. What?
Interesting. Evelyn said her Hobby Lobby is still loaded with Christmas.
Really?
Maybe you have one of those fortunate Hobby Lobbies that is in a smaller town and not too many people go to it.
We don't have anything. Ours are pretty well picked. Okay. I'm just trying to
hope
pull
you got
these
your
out.
generator set up. Well, we got our generator. So I can set it up if I need to.
We are actually waiting for a friend to get it all hooked up so we can designate what things we want it to turn on and generate power to. Yeah. Like the refrigerator, lights, stuff like that. We did lose power last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I just noticed, I was listening to something, like we have a power supply in our home right now that will alert us and we can use for a quick emergency backup.
Yeah, maybe gives us 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, it depends on what it is that we're drawing power from, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so, let's see. I think I'm going to save the other picks for the inside. So I'm going to set this one aside. Look at all that. Isn't that crazy? This is what I did not want all over my floor. It's where? Oh, wow. I can't have that there. It has to be right in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and just move all of that glitter off. I'll just set that right there. All right, let's go ahead and show you kind of where the design is going. So we are taking this poinsettia pick. This is from Hobby Lobby, if you're able to still get them. So we're actually going to take one and we're going to start right in here in the center. This is going to be the center of our theme. So we're going to start with our focal. come lay this in. Move some of my pine picks around. And then we're also going to take some white pine cones. Go ahead and just trim these down. These are from Hobby Lobby. These over here. Grab a couple more. I think we have about 3 or 4 that we're putting on here.
Yes, yes, in her Hobby Lobby there are lots of stuff, but it's all on the top shelves. Anna said her Hobby Lobby just restocked again, has a lot of stuff. That's good.
Yeah, I was going to say, even the stuff that's on the top shelf, you can go grab somebody and tell them you need them to pull that stuff down. Okay, so we're also going to take these picks, and these are from Joann's from last year. These are all went on sale, I think, like 80% off. So we're going to incorporate these into our design as well. I'm trying to figure out how I have this set up. I created this gorgeous centerpiece kind of thing happening. I'm trying to remember how I did it. Kind of like right in there. Make sure. I think that's a little bit. What is that? It's gone now. I think it looked like a little bit of the price tag sticker. I'm going to rotate this around. I think I want this in on this side instead. So I'm going to take some of these silver picks. We're going to do one here. And again, a little bit of a different one. This one has some sugared pears on it. So I'm going to kind of come in and under this. We are going to take some white pine picks like this. They come, let me show you what it looks like. Let me go ahead and just add this one in here really quick. They come looking like this. And so you break them all down like this. You just separate all the pieces. Sometimes they can be a little tricky. Same thing here. Separate, separate, separate. Last one. So we're going to take some of these, find the bigger ones.
So we're going to Boston next week. Now I'm going to enjoy the cold.
Who?
Okay.
You're going to Boston?
Oh, on the 15th. Yeah.
Ah, going to see your mom for the holidays? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe.
Everyone just join in.
Gonna add my pine cones now. So I'm just kind of building off of this design. I'm gonna add a white pine cone here. And add another one up in here. Okay. We're going to keep adding our silver and white pine picks. I'm going to do the silver so I can see them first. These make for such a beautiful, elegant touch. And I'm just really focusing these around our focal point item, which is right here by our poinsettia. Let's get you inside. Tempting to want to pick them all out, huh? So we're just kind of layering these in. Let's add one in here.
Hope everyone had a great weekend.
Right? It's hard to believe the weekend is over.
It's hard to believe it's 21 days of Christmas. Right?
Think for that little tidbit right there.
Yeah.
It
looks like a Winter Wonderland wreath.
That's kind of the look that we're achieving or trying for. I'm going to come in and add some silver pine cones now. Let's take that out. Trying to keep this in focus. Oop. Hold on a second. I got it in the wrong thing. Okay. Anytime you want to switch. There we go. There we go. Okay. I can see all your comments now.
They said the deers are coming down for snacks. Yep, they were here just about half hour ago.
Mm-hmm. They did. They all came in for their nice little wintry snack. And then the mama took her babies and she headed out.
It was beautiful. In the snow, it was really cool.
Yeah. And
Yes, said, glad her tree's finally up.
Glad her tree's up. Before she leaves.
Irene, say hi from El Paso, Texas. Yeah, it was really gorgeous when the deer came out. We put some corn out there.
Okay. This is that one pick that I said we were going to remove all the greenery off of. Oh, here, I'll give you this one. You can experiment with that one. I'm actually just going to cut these into individuals because I don't want them all great. Some more silver. Kind of just making little pairings of our pine together. So we have our own unique little twist. Then what I'm going to do is Hobby Lobby has these gorgeous little doves. So they have the bottoms in them. They're on like a spring. So I'm going to take that off. I don't have skewers out here. Let me have one of those pits. Take this one. Oh, I'm not going to get that one. Going to remove their little thread for the decoration. I should have given you the bigger ones. So these are going to nestle right inside here, just like so. Did I want him in here? No, I liked him in here. Oh, thank you, Steve. No, not really. So I'm just going to. I'm gonna nestle this one in. What I like is it's got this little beautiful flowing tail. So we're gonna add a pair of doves. There's gonna be one here, and there's another one at the top. This one's gonna actually go up in here. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. She said they're starting to reap the awards from all the canning they did.
Oh, awesome.
And then the ones that they have urban squirrels.
You have urban squirrels?
Names for them. They love their roasted peanuts. Tracy, we have some small portable heaters in her office, or her shop, but we need to get her a bigger, like commercial size one.
I'm just making sure I'm putting this on the correct side. So this one is going to put this one in here with her tail here. So we have a pair of doves just kind of nestled in. So now we'll come back in and we'll add some more touches like our white here. Add some more silver. I think I'm going to put a branch just under the bird so it looks like it's nestled into the branch.
Irene said beautiful. Anna said the wreath's going to be absolutely beautiful. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Irene.
Thank you. And just to let you guys know, our private group is currently open through the remainder of December. It will close come January 1st as we get ready to prepare for our Back to Basics group, which we launch every January. So it's kind of like a refresher course on everything from your business side of things in Etsy, just getting started in the business side of things. How do you even, how do you know you're doing it correctly? I know for me, it's going to be a refresher course for me because I'm going to be taking everything from California and transferring everything over into Washington now. So if you've ever wanted to just take your time and go through everything step by step, this is going to be the perfect opportunity for you to do that. And like I said, that begins January the 1st. So make sure you are part of the private group because you get everything. Most people charge extra to separate their, what do you call it, the design from their business part. And I'm like, well, I think it kind of goes hand in hand. So you may not want to start one or the other, but this is a great opportunity for you to start. And it's always funny because people say, well, I'm just doing it for friends and family. I never really thought, about making this a full-time thing. And sure enough, that's kind of where it ends up going. Is the link posted at the bottom?
It is. I just need to pin it.
Okay. So we will be posting that link to the bottom for you. Let's add in another. Let me find another one of these picks. We're going to go ahead and tuck. Oops, I didn't want that whole big giant pick. I think this one is going right in here. Yeah, I like that one. Sometimes you can just take your time, place it, stick it. I kind of like it because it looks like they're nestled, and I like the fact that they're almost camouflaged in here. Like you don't really notice that there are doves in this design until you stop and take a look at everything. Okay, let's take another grouping of silver pine cones.
Thanks, Gail. Yeah, I just pinned it.
I'm going to take this one and tuck that in here. Place that right on the inside. Place that there. I'm going to just break these up so I have them handy. It's coming along wonderfully. Let's see. Where did I get these? These, I'm not even sure. I think these came off a much bigger pig. So we're going to add some of these silver glitter leaves. And if you're not sure if those are going to look great, just go ahead and take them and kind of play with where you think you might want to place them. And see, I think I had it the wrong way. There we go. I think I want this one, believe it or not, right in here. Oops. It's odd. It's like when I first put them in, they look like they're upside down, and then they're not. So let's start with this one. Nope, we have it in the right way. See, it feels like they should go this way, but it's not. They should kind of concave out. There we go. Let's remove you. I literally just was in the process of throwing glue away, and this pick came back.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rita, for sharing. Nancy Cat, I have to say it again, stunning.
Oh, thank you so much. So sometimes it's just, like I said, pick something up, place your pick there, and if you like the desired look, then add your glue to it, make it a permanent fix. Okay, here are our balls. We're going to add some balls and some berries. So these are from Michael's. These are from quite a while ago. So we are taking these out. Let's look at where we want these to go. I kind of want this one right in here, like nestled in there. I like that look. So into the glue pot it goes. Make it a nice little home. Just okay. We're going to add one over in here. Kind of down in here a bit. Just like so. Like I said, not every wreath needs a bow. When I very first started making wreaths, I wasn't experienced in the whole bow making thing. Let's just leave it at that. And so, which is fine, right? Because you'll eventually get there on your own. It doesn't all have to happen right away. And I always say, you know, if you're struggling in that area, keep practicing, because practice makes permanent, not perfect. Because there is no such thing as a perfect bow. But as you keep practicing, you will eventually get really good. And all of a sudden, one day, you just are turning out perfect. Not perfect. Great looking bows. Yeah, let's leave that. So I'm going to take these little silver ones. The center one here is cracked, so I'm not going to use that.
This is absolutely gorgeous. This will be available later for sale, right?
It is available right now.
Okay.
believe it or not,
Just on
I've
your
actually
website?
listed. Yeah, just on the website.
That'll be a picture of the Facebook post.
Yeah.
Facebook logo.
Yeah, because I never know how they're going to evolve, right? I kind of have a vision, and I guess I could post the little mini vision part, but that could be the initial, like, okay, here's how I want the design to go, but did it go that way?
Yes, and I'm much more confident making videos now. Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah, and believe it or not, this one will have free shipping on it. So it's just a flat rate, and shipping is going to be included. I'm going to tuck that one in there. So it's kind of fun just toggling back and forth with this design and a wide variety of different things. Like I said, we're going to add some frosted berries. So, do I want these? These might be, let me look. They look pretty. Let's look at this one because it's got some silver. It's got some gray to it. Yeah, I know. I have two of those. So, let's see if we do this. See, I like that. So you're just placing those. Watch. Here's before or after. Before. Right? Here's the after. It just really enhances that look. So, I just don't need to pick quite that long. So, into the glue pot you go.
Thank you, Linda. She said absolutely gorgeous.
Right inside. Thank you, Linda. Okay. Let's make sure that's tucked up. I'm just kind of cleaning around it as I go so I can actually see the design as it's happening. Oh, let's see what these look like. So we have some wintry branches, but let me see if I even like these in this design. They may be a bit too much. Let's see. This logically would come out the bottom. This might be a little too long. Like a little too wide. Let's see if we break it down and make it smaller. Believe it or not. Big Lots have these in their holiday section. Geeks, I don't even know how long ago. Must have been a long time ago because these ones were like $1.50. So I'm just adding those right where my bird is. And then I'm also going to come up here to the top. And I'm going to kind of finish out this initial design because it's kind of naked up here. It needs some love. We didn't pull this one apart. Oh.
I pulled the other one apart.
Yeah. So we'll take another one of these picks. We'll look at it from the overall view. Let's see. Let's nestle that one in. That one looks pretty.
So that would be pretty for a church sanctuary.
Right? This could even, well, could it work as a wedding? I don't really think so. Because I'm like thinking white.
If it was a winter wedding, then yeah.
Maybe. think I want this one a little bit over here. Right where our poinsettia is. One there. We'll use the last one. Kind of tuck that down. Oh, that's so pretty. So this just shows you different color combinations between the silver, dark grays, light grays, whites. I don't like that one. Let's see, we have some white berries. Again, Hobby Lobby for the win. Let's give them some movement so they're not so static. Add these up here with my other pick. So always give your bead move this one down. Keep those ones around our birds. Wrong way. So to the left, to the right, to the left.
Well, where did you get the dark colored berries?
Like these ones,
Yeah.
I think. They were just, they're part of that. I bought a storage unit from an ex-crafter who was not going to be doing wreath making anymore. And I bought it from her. So they were just in this big container that Steve and I went through today while we were looking for, you know, what do we put in the wreath? And so these were in there and I thought, because there was no signage on them, like no label, like all these have labels. That one did not. I'm going to add a couple of these around our poinsettia. Let's get you in. Two more. Here, here, here. Kind of like that in here is where I'm feeling it.
Do you need more of those for the other side?
What do you mean?
Oh, wait.
For here?
Yeah. For the other side. There.
You mean on the top? Up there?
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. But thank you for finding those. Let's see how we like that to go. I'll just add this in here. Oh. Okay. So let's go back up and finish our top. Way up here. Let's get this tied into everything else that we've been doing on the bottom. So we need to add some white fern, some silver fern to this, some silver leaves. Just taking these and moving these down. Move this one up. Let's just remove you because you're not doing what I want you to do.
Christine said it's looking so beautiful.
Thank you.
Jeff said I received a big box of goodies from Craft Outlet yesterday with St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Valentine's stuff.
Wow. Did you order
It's
it?
good, you're prepping.
Well, hopefully you've ordered it, right? Look at these. Need a couple more pieces of our fern for our top part of our pick. This reminds me of a wreath that I did when I very first started wreath making. I did it on a grapevine, and I just had one white owl. And it was a winter design. And we kind of made it to where you could see the owl, but you didn't see him right off on the obvious part. Like he's blended into the woodwork a little bit. Let's let these lay a little bit more flat. Do we have any more silver pine cones? I have another one of these picks. I feel like if we add this one, does it look like it's too much? Watch. So there's the before. Mm-hmm. Here's the after. I'm going to pull the greenery out.
I think if you were to have something similar on the other side, you'd be okay.
Like down here? No, not over here. See, I have this,
gotcha.
Have this,
yeah.
Have that. There's 3.
Yeah, that looks good. You have the big white pine cone over there.
Yeah, but let me add more of our silver leaf pieces. Let me keep doing this really quick. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should add?
There's a silver one.
Oh, nice. That one's way different. So I won't use that one. Nice. So what did they say? Yay, we should add the pick. Nay, we shouldn't add the pick. Because I'm just like looking at what I have in my immediate pick box.
What do you think, gals? Want to show them again?
Yeah. Give me just 1 second here. Okay. What did we do? So let me strip the greenery out. Sometimes they want to come off the pick perfectly, and other times they don't. So I think I was doing here. Like, I feel like that completes the look. Like, there's the before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Stop finding more stuff.
Linda said no pick.
Oh, well, I'm adding it.
It's so beautiful as is.
No, because I'm thinking like we're just wrapping it up. Mm-hmm.
It's all filler, so.
Yeah, it's definitely all filler. Okay, let me just look up here really quick. Can you see if you can find me any more? Like, do we have any big silver balls? Like, look in the ornament container. Throw stuff in my, like, I have a basket filled with all the things that I'm like, maybe I'll use them, maybe I won't. These picks, these little berries, you can get these from Hobby Lobby every year. I think these are a little too much. Although, I'm kind of liking them right there. Like, I feel like they complete that. Let me just make sure that we have movement. So that the ones on the bottom have a purpose. They're not just laying flat. We're moving them to the front. See, like that. And then they become a full pick. I had it go in, and now it's being kind of funny. Let me spin it around and look. That might just be it, believe it or not. Oh, why do you always find the cool stuff later? Like this one. This one's pretty. the ball in. I like the shiny silver ones. That one's the wrong color. What if we go here and then a darker gray? No, not liking that. Okay, I'm thinking no on the berries. You're funny. Oh yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. Looks good.
I think I'd like it like that. I just have to add these two pieces in because look, when I take them out, they look incomplete. Okay, 2 more things and we're done. So we're going to add in the swirly white bowl because we've done it here. We've added one here. We've added one here. And then I'm going to add just a touch of glitter to the opposite side. Right in there. And I think I'm done. I am done. I am done. So let me show you what it looks like once we remove all the glitter. Since this one's out,
I think you gotta give it lots of loves.
let's add that in there just to give it some,
Right, Anna.
give it a home. Okay. We are done. So, super simple. This is our winter wreath design with our doves and our poinsettia, which is this is the way it should be. So this is top, side, and then our doves are blended in here. So this is our final design for 2022. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's automatically going to go on replay as soon as we hit the end button. Do you guys have any questions that I can answer?
I think you said your last day, right, is Friday the 16th?
Friday the 16th is the last day for scheduled lives. So
Next year.
yeah, until next year. So we usually take like 2 weeks of vacation. So that is our 2 weeks of vacation. Because for Wreath Maker, it's the slowest time of the year. From December 15th through January 1, everybody's out doing stuff with their family, which is how it should be. So we're trying to put something together so you have some binge watching. I might do like Cat's best of, like things that I've gone back in the last 5 years and share with you my favorite design tutorials and post those for you guys to watch. But yeah, when we meet again next week, Friday, we'll be working on some Valentine's Day and some St. Patrick's Day, I believe. So I hope you guys will join me. Other than that, have an amazing rest of your work week, and I will talk to you on Friday. Bye for now.